Southville International School and Colleges. This is Trisha Nadal Rosales, your Binibining number 4 for Binibining Pilipinas class of 2026. And today, we are going to be, I'm very honored to welcome you all to the very first or pilot episode of Southville Unfiltered. So Southville here prepared a bowl of questions for me to answer for you all, and I'm just so excited. So let's go ahead and answer the first one. Okay. 5 years from now, when the pageant is over and you have your degree, what is the one work ethic from this era that you'll take into your career? Honestly, I think I'm way too multi-dimensional to pick just one, but if I had to cut it down to just one answer, it would be, of course, determination. Because with determination, I believe if you have that as your laying block for everything else, everything you have to do will follow. The collaboration, commitment to teamwork and leadership, as long as you have determination and you are set on your goals, I believe you will be fine as long as you have that. And next question is, name one area in the campus that makes you feel very comfortable staying in, whether it's for academics or for pageantry. Ooh. For everyone who knows me, so I am a student here in SISC. I am a second year BS Psychology student, and all my classmates, or basically just everyone who encounters me here in the 5th floor, they know that I really love hanging in the SPED lab because it's often not occupied, and I can just be alone. I really value spaces where I can have my own me time, and sometimes there are just moments in the day when, despite everything being so busy, being so hectic, you really have to just take a moment with yourself and just regroup and recompose yourself in order for you to have this a little mental reset for the rest of your day. So yeah, SPED Lab. If you haven't checked it out, it's beside me lang. Okay, so next question is, how does your specific college major give you a hidden advantage in this competition? Okay, so like I mentioned, I am currently studying BS Psychology, and I believe that major helps me with the understanding of everyone around me, especially in pageantry. I'm not going to say that I can read their minds, because I can't, but it definitely gives me a leg up when it comes to predicting things, especially with how I'm going to interact with people and how they're going to respond to me based on the choices that I make. And every choice in pageantry is very crucial, very deliberate, and if you don't think about it properly, you risk undoing progress that you've been working for quite a while. So I believe that having that kind of awareness and having that kind of ability to just be able to collaborate with other people, as well as understanding their behaviors, I think that definitely gives me a leg up in this competition. And then the next question is, we're down to 3 questions, so the next one is, what is your official no judgments allowed meal for surviving a back-to-back exam and rehearsal day? I have to admit, I've never had a back-to-back exam and rehearsal day before, but if I did have that, I will tell you that my comfort food is definitely ramen. One comforting bowl of ramen in the evening after I've settled down, after I've just drained my mind and my body from schoolwork, from rehearsals. Just one sip of, and I like it spicy, so just one sip of that and I am good to go. Okay, so next question is, what's the biggest misconception your classmates have about what you actually do in pageantry? Okay, so I think not just my classmates, but a lot of people have so many misconceptions about what we actually do. And but the biggest one I get is that all we do is, in Tagalog, it's called pagpapaganda lang. It's really not. It's really not about just being beautiful or just being presentable. It's a big factor, but there is a reason behind it, and the reason is that we all have something to say. We all have something we want to share. We all have something we want to offer to the table. And more times than one, it is for the greater good of our society and, of course, for our country. And for me, in my case, I am a huge advocate of mental health and protection of women and children against domestic violence. And as unfortunate as it is, sometimes you have to present yourself to a certain way that caters to society standards in order for people to listen to you. And it's really, I would say it's tragic, but if it's what has to be done in order for me to make a difference, then so be it. And that's what we actually do in pageantry. It's not just about walking around in heels, it's actually being an inspiration and making a positive difference to our community. Which is harder to prepare for, a thesis defense or the pageant Q&A portion? Honestly, I mean, they're both in two different contexts. So with a thesis defense, you have a whole foundation here with your paperwork, and you've been working on that, let's say on like what, a year, 2 years with a thesis defense. But with pageant Q&A portions, you never can really tell what's going to be asked. So I believe that it's much easier to prepare for a thesis defense because at least I have like a PowerPoint, I have visual aids, I have my paper. But in pageant Q&A portions, it's really unpredictable. Sometimes you can study every contemporary issue, you can study everything you can, and yet sometimes the judges really will think of a question that's really sometimes just out of this world, and we call those kinds of questions anything under the sun. But what's good with those questions is you can answer with anything under the sun. But yeah, basically, bottom line, thesis defense all the way. Okay, for my final question for today, among SISC's 5 C's or the 5 core values, which one of the 5 would you say you embody the most? I would say I embody the commitment to achieve, because for anyone who's known my journey in pageantry, Binibining Pilipinas is not my first pageant. I've been doing this since I was 16 years old, and this is my 7th pageant. And before this, I was able to represent the Philippines as well in an international competition called Miss Global Asian, and honestly super blessed because we were able to clinch second runner-up over there. And needless to say, the journey was super rough. It wasn't easy, it wasn't smooth, definitely had a lot of highs and lows. But because of my commitment to achieve, I was able to actually power through whatever it was that life throws at me in the middle of these pageants and just remain grounded and true to myself. And I'm able to meet myself with dignity. That's why I work not only to empower myself, but also to empower others. Alright, now that we're done, once again, thank you so much for coming with me on the very first episode of Southville Unfiltered. I'm so happy and I'm so excited for what's to come. And at this moment, I'm going to be inviting everyone to please come and support me. That's Trisha Nadal Rosales, Binibining number 4 from General Trias City, Cavite, on my Binibining Pilipinas journey. So you can follow the Binibining Pilipinas Facebook and Instagram page to stay updated on our activities. And I will really tell you guys, we have so much prepared for everyone. And this edition is so much more different than all the other years. I believe that we are stepping up this year. And aside from that, stay tuned until our coronation night on July 18th. And of course, thank you so much to everyone who's been supporting me so far. Thank you so much, Southville, for this wonderful opportunity. I am a proud Binibini, and of course, I am a proud mother.